Hi, this is Jeannie at Trendy Tree, and I'm just going to take a little bit of time out and make some really easy bows using the EZ Bowmaker. But one of the things that we're always getting questions about is how to use the EZ Bowmaker, and it's just really easy. Now we sell this and the Pro Bow. The Pro Bow makes a little different bow, and you can make some bows the same on the EZ Bowmaker as you can on the Pro Bow and on the Bowdabra. But it's really a little bit easier, I think, to just grab the EZ Bowmaker. All the EZ Bowmaker is this piece of wood, 2 pegs, and a spool, a peg for the spool holder. Now, when you take your EZ Bowmaker out of the box, you need to tap in these wooden pegs with a hammer, just real gently. You'll think they're not going to go, but just tap them in, and then that way you don't have to worry with, I never take mine apart, so just tap them in and leave it alone, okay? So one of the first things I wanted to show you was just a single bow using, a single ribbon. This is a good bow for especially a package out of some Christmas ribbon. And one thing that you can do when you're making bows is get a couple of rolls of some inexpensive ribbon from like Sam's. It comes on a 50-yard spool, and just make bows and take them apart and, try them again. But we're going to start out making a bow with just one ribbon first. So I just grabbed some ribbon from Trendy Tree. Let's see, this is a nutcracker ribbon, so we can just start with it. I've got to have some new scissors. Okay, so just take your ribbon, and when you open a new roll of ribbon, this little folded down end, you just might as well cut that off. You're never going to be able to straighten that out, so just cut it off and get rid of it. Excuse me. Put your ribbon on your ribbon holder where it's coming off on the right side. Now I'm, excuse me, I'm right-handed, so it may be different for you if you're left-handed. Okay, so the EZ Bowmaker has markings on it, and where your pegs are is where your markings start. So 1 inch to the side of that, and it has the same markings on the other side. It goes all the way down to 8 inches. So for instance, if you wanted to make your tails 12 inches, you'd come to the 8-inch mark on this side and 4-inch on the other side. For this bow, we're going to keep the tails at about 6 inches. So I measure my tail, and then I'm going to pinch this up, drop it in the slot. I'm going to go ahead and give my ribbon a twist. Got to get my right side up. And I'm going to make about a 5-inch loop. So I'm going to come out to the 5 inches and measure. I think keeping the loops the same is the hardest thing about bow making. So make your 5-inch loop, drop it down in the slot, give it a twist. You want to get your right side up and make a 5-inch loop on the other side. Okay. And you can always kind of check your ribbons. Just pull your tail down to the front out of the way and twist. Get your right side up. Make another 5-inch loop. Drop that down, give it a twist. Make a 5-inch loop. So now we have 2 loops on each side. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do 3 loops on each side. And these are all at the 5-inch. Looks like that one. I've got a little bit bigger than 5 probably. Okay, so now we have 3 loops on each side of 5 inches. Now this time I'm going to twist, and I'm going to start making my loops a little bit smaller. I'm going to come to the 4-inch mark. And you may just have to kind of push your loops out of the way so you can see your marking. Come to the 4-inch mark, twist, 4 inches on the opposite side, Just move your loops out of the way so you can see. And this time, all right, so that's 2 loops. We're going to make another 4-inch loop, twist, make another 4-inch loop, and now this time we're going to come back with one more 4-inch loop. So this is going to be kind of an odd number. So we're going to have 5 loops at the 4-inch, and we're going to stop there, okay? We're going to come on down and cut that tail off. I could have left those tails a little longer, y'all, but these are just practice ribbons. So anyway, okay, so you want to press that down very tightly, and I'm going to take a zip tie, which fell off on the floor. Hang on. Sorry. I'm going to take it's about an 8-inch, 6 or 8 inch. It's about an 8-inch zip tie. I'm going to press my bow down, and I'm going to ease it up off the EZ Bowmaker. Now, you'll see people doing this different ways. If you want to, you can start with your zip tie, you know, on your EZ Bowmaker or chenille stem before you start. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. I have taken my ribbon off, and it, you know, popped out of my hand. I mean, that can happen. And then you take your zip tie, go right over the top of your stack, bring it around to the bottom, keep your ribbon all stacked up, nice and neat, and then start your zip tie. Don't pull it all the way tight. Just do it part of the way. And then grab a chenille stem, slide that under the zip tie, because you want your chenille stem, that's what you're going to use to attach it to whatever you need to attach it to. If you're attaching it to a wreath, pull that tight, and then snip off that end of that zip tie with wire cutters. And then you've got your chenille stem to use to attach it. Just give that a twist. Okay, and now you're ready to fluff your ribbon. So you've got those tails, and like I say, I could have made my tails a little longer, but that's okay. So I'm going to start from my 3 loops that I had on the bottom, and just kind of pull those up, fluff them out a little bit, just kind of work from one side, and then I'm going to go to the other side and get those bottom loops. I think having the zip tie in there makes it a little bit easier because it just feels a little more secure. But like I say, you can use chenille stem or floral wire even. Now I'm going to come back and pick up my 4-inch loops, fluff them out. And you just, of course, this is all wired ribbon. It's much, much easier if you're making bows to use wired ribbon. Of course, you can make bows using tulle and unwired ribbon too. Okay. And then you can take your ends and you can cut those at a dovetail, or you can cut them at an angle. I'm going to dovetail these. Okay, but then you've got your zip tie is not really going to show in this bow, but you've got a pretty, I think that's pretty for a package bow, okay?